but he makes sure he gets in those over his friends, over his students even. And I feel like a long time for those first 7 years of my career, that's kind of what was happening.
All right, when we get back from the break, we're going to be talking about this past weekend here in Colorado, all the great wrestling action, and how history was made. Stay tuned for more of the Michael Titus Show right here on GoMileHigh.com.
Colorado sports lifestyle. Catch your breath. Go Mile High.
Hey, sports fans, go to beonair.com to find out how you can launch a career in sports broadcasting. I'm Katie Mitchell, and I graduated from the Ohio Center for Broadcasting's Colorado campus. In less than a year, I got the hands-on experience I needed to start a career where I get paid to watch and talk about sports. While attending the Ohio Center for Broadcasting, I scored an internship and have been on air ever since. So if you want to work in sports radio like me, text FANS to 33239. Classes start soon, so text FANS, that's FANS, to 33239 today.
GoMileHigh.com. Go Mile High.
This is Guru Pipa. Now, I'm a guru, and everyone knows that gurus are totally rad. And I'm the best one of all because I'm amazing at fantasy sports. Fantasy football, fantasy basketball, fantasy hockey, I do it all. And the reason I'm so good is because I get all my info, which is short for information, from the fantasy gurus. They're gurus, like me, which means they know what they're talking about. So all of you fantasy sports nuts like me need to listen to the Fantasy Gurus every Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on GoMileHigh.com.
Go Mile High. You're listening to GoMileHigh.com.
This is the Canadian Pitbull, Eric Angel, and you're listening to the Michael Titus Show on GoMileHigh.com.
Good afternoon, and welcome back to the Michael Titus Show right here on GoMileHigh.com with your host, the hardest working wrestling manager today, the Rocky Mountain Mouth Michael Titus, and of course my very special guest, the countercultural superhero, Trajan Ender. And before the break, we were leading up to what has transpired this past weekend in wrestling, and I'm going to start with Friday night, NRW, New Revolution Wrestling, first new night, new special time, well, had to be special because we started 30 minutes later than we were supposed to. But what a great night of action. I mean, we started off with Mercury Matt Yaden, who I'm going to continue to talk about the problems I'm having with him. He faced Prodigy. It's supposed to be the Mile High Warrior himself. They had a DQ match because for months there's been a controversy over this stop sign and stop sign tattoos, I guess. I don't know, right. with Prodigy. He's got some obsession with stop signs.
I don't get it.
According to Matt Yaden, he got drunk one night, knocked over some mailboxes, and then decided to rip off street signs. I don't know if that's the truth, but that's what I've been told. And in that match, it was just a hard-fought match, and Yaden became victorious in that match. And then you move on to Hoodlum. Hoodlum, who has this identity complex. He's just got an issue with people that are getting main event spots. And he claims it's the guys that have six-pack abs. And I think that he might have an issue with you because on occasion you do have abs, you know.
Some months I do.
You know, but he has an issue with that. And so he started taking out people like Jack Masidal. Jack Masidal has not been seen in NRW for months. He has an issue with Rob Bryson. And Rob Bryson, who's trying to be the one-man boy band, he can't help it that that's the way that he looks. He says that's what the women want, so that's what he's going to give them.
Absolutely.
And then he went out and he had to face Tony Ortega, the little lost soul, the little midget. Yeah. You know, you think he looks like 12 years old, but he's a 30-year-old man with abs. It's unbelievable how you get that, you know. But he's out there. He's trying his little heart out. He's like Mighty Mouse, you know, really giving it his all. And then Hoodlum just demolishes him once again. Yeah. And then it's your match. Yeah. Your match with the superstar. The first ever NRW champion. You go out there and you wanted to make a name for yourself like you did the last month when you took out Tony Ortega. What happened?
That kid's good. Superstar is just good. That kid's fast. He's agile. He knows how to use the momentum from the crowd in his favor. And he's already really smart for somebody so young in his career. Timing, his placement of everything, he just kicked my face off. Like, I had him where I wanted him as far as I was concerned. He was down. He stands up. I make one mistake, and he capitalizes on it. And from there, I just knew. I just knew that was kind of a wake-up call. It was like this kid was coming in, and maybe I didn't have what it took anymore. And so that's why on Sunday night I really felt like I had something to prove. because
Absolutely.
Superstar might be what's next.
At the same time as the Superstar, when you lost to him, you publicly announced that you quit NRW. And, we talked about this at the Full Nelson at Mile High Sports Radio this past Sunday, and you said that you felt that you had to do that because it wasn't important to you anymore to work in other promotions. It was your goal to go after Lonnie and go after your match that you had Sunday night, which, and we'll get to that in a moment, but it proved that you weren't thinking clearly with your match with Superstar because you were so focused on your match with Lonnie Valdez that's what was taking you off your game, and you were unprepared for the match with Superstar. And again, he's another opportunist. And I said this when Lonnie Valdez was on the show. I said, Trajan, I wanted to see Superstar versus Lonnie because Lonnie claims to be the best wrestler in Colorado. Superstar claims to be the best wrestler in Colorado. I think there should be a grudge match to decide who indeed is the best wrestler in Colorado.
I absolutely agree. From what I've seen, it almost looks like Lonnie's ducking Superstar from conversations that I've had with him, conversations about Superstar. He always has that little backhanded to Superstar. He'll give him a compliment, but I think he has a little fear of Superstar. I think he sees a little of himself in the Superstar, and I don't think he likes that.
I know he doesn't like that at all. I think there's jealousy. He's green with envy. But then, of course, because you've seen the controversy that I've had, the problems that I've had in NRW, you've seen that I can't trust Swan Christopher. I certainly can't trust Duff Doyle. The man has literally tried to attack me at any point in fashion. He's tried to take out Jason Knoll. He's tried to take out Chris Von Lohr. And then I can't even trust the fans of NRW. And that individual, that painted up, white-haired freak comes and tries to attack me, placed its attractions on me, constantly attacking my Facebook with pictures and videos and comments and you name it, all there. And then again, that individual was there.
Where's security?
Where is security? So what I had to do, I had to go out and I got myself an attorney who's not only a bodyguard. This man is almost 7 feet tall. He's close to 250 pounds, 300 pounds, somewhere in there. And then he's my right-hand man. He does everything that I need to take care of. I told him, you're going to come with me to NRW. You've got to be right there to protect me from that thing. And I'm telling you, there were several close calls in that match that CVL had with Lil Mac. I'm just standing there by the guardrail, and it comes up and tries to put its hands on me. I'm leaving the building after the Jason Knoll match, and it tries to come. Thank God Arthur Blackheart was there to stop it, prevent that Alexis Vane from coming after me.
Alexis Vane, that's who I was thinking you were just avoiding saying her name. I think you're going to excite the woman. And you're going to get a slew of comments on your board now.
No, hey, it's not by choice, but there are a lot of moronic morons in this world who don't know it. If I don't say the name of the thing, they won't know who I'm talking about because there's probably a lot of freaks out there that have painted up faces and got white hair. You never know.
She's got her own fan base.
She does. Are you kidding? Right up there in Black Hop, a little Oriental restaurant. But CVL, Chris Von Lohr. My giant, the Alaskan Phenom, the Kodiak Bear, he went out there and that Little Mac, no matter what that old black man says, and no matter what Doc Taylor says, Little Mac just can't he just can't get the job done. He's nothing special. I don't care. You can call him Patrick McDaniel. You can call him Michael. You can call him anything you want to call him, but he's not a boxer. Right. He is not a wrestler. He's nobody special, and Doc Taylor can't do anything different. I don't care. How many salad bars can you eat at and think that that's going to make you better? You can only eat meat. You can only eat salad bars. The man is a contradiction, walking contradiction. So CVL took him out. Jason Knoll, we had everything in the bag. I told Jason Knoll was going to get the job done. I told him all the weaknesses of Aaron the Candyman, the returning Mexican international superstar that he is. I told him all the weaknesses. I said, this is how you beat Aaron the Candyman. I know the inside and outs of Aaron the Candyman. And I said, this is how you beat him. What does he do? He goes out there and loses to Aaron the Candyman. This Jason Knoll is starting to tick me off, and if he doesn't shape up, he's going to have to ship out. Because you either listen to me or you don't listen to me, and you're never heard from again. But then we had Jesse Williams and Wayne DeWayne versus D4. I've had my problems with D4. Jesse Williams, the new NRW champion. And then Wayne DeWayne is left there high and dry. Jesse Williams went home with it, took his belt and went home, and Wayne DeWayne is stuck there. But you know what? I talked to Wayne DeWayne after it, and I told him, I said, if you want to become a great tag team wrestler, singles wrestler, whatever wrestler, type of wrestler you want to be, let's talk. And we talked. And in the weeks to months to come, I'm going to let you know about that conversation of what we had.
I'd like to hear more about that. In fact, I'd be very curious to know about that conversation.
I bet you